Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in the game of the Planet Crafter Toxicity DLC. We're gonna be picking up where we left off last time. Oh, it's been a few days. Let's take a bit of an assessment. So we had just entered a new area beyond the dam. We're at about 11% of the way towards purified oceans level. We should be seeing plenty of changes as time goes on. Like, that tree is new. We have not seen that tree. We're gonna take a exploration around and check out new scenery that has shown up now that vegetation is fully in swing. But yeah, we're also at the point where we're gonna need to start thinking about getting more iridium and stuff. So we're gonna do a little bit of both. I'm thinking that we launch about 2 or 3 of these rockets real quick. So what is a rocket? We don't have enough. Okay, we're gonna launch 2 rockets real quick. And I want to say that iridium is actually silicone. I think so. I might need something else other than this. Oh, I need. What do I need? I think this might be it, but I might be missing something. Let's find out real quick. Oh, it's 2. Okay. I wasn't entirely wrong. Let's also make sure that I'm correct. Yeah. So it was 1 more that I need. Pick up the water and head in. Alright, we got our plan. So I'm gonna launch 3 of these out into the wilderness, and then we are going to run around and get it. So we have just enough materials to make that work. Bon voyage! Oh, another level of that. So yeah, we are going to do an exploration of the world, but we are also going to get these real quick and sort that out. We're also going to go check out the other way to get to the new areas that we didn't do before. So we went through the dam, but there was a different way to get there that we had found. So we're going to kind of let that do its thing for a moment. I suppose we have so much space here that we may want to nom on it too. Everything got sorted out. Why does it say new one? I think it's finally sorted out. Okay, we're gonna do a run around and go looking for stuff. But like the ground is looking a lot more lush. Oh, is it another one? Oh, yeah, so it wasn't time to go looking. I understand. Hope I didn't make a mistake by throwing the center off. Oh well. So I'm just gonna start getting resources while I wait for this to sort out then. Just clear out some of this nonsense around base. No particular reason, just killing time while it's a little hard to parse out where the things are. Like, you gotta wait for it to settle, you gotta do a few things. Did we have some extra titanium? We could do that. We could make and as you can see now we can see through it, so you could always do things like that. You could always make your base pretty with extra materials, so yeah, let's slap these in somewhere. We'll be back for it. Okay, let's go find our iridium. This might be too early to do it. That sucks. Well, I guess I'll start my exploration a little early. Let's come look at this. Oh, actually, I found some here. All right, never mind. We'll take care of this part first. So some of this should clear, and some of this will not have cleared. So yeah, these rocks are definitely going to get in the way, so... we'll probably end up having to do a second pass, unfortunately. But we're already like one whole inventory full, so I'm gonna pop back in and drop this off. Let's come check out this tree. I'm pretty sure that most of the other trees will be pretty similar, but I like how it's all fuzzy. The moss doesn't seem any different. Neat. They always come up with new designs for alien worlds. I really like how every planet has had entirely different plant life. What's going on right here? So these don't seem that much bigger. See if anything's going on underwater. Well, I guess this stuff is growing. This wasn't here before, I think. These are just engines or pipes or something. Cool. So there is stuff growing under the water. I like it. Where did I put my stuff? Over here? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna kind of do a loop around the back here and hope that that cat catches anything that we could see. Nope, I see some. Making sure nothing landed underwater. I don't really want to deal with the algae right now, so we'll take care of that later. These plants don't seem any bigger than before, or changed, so that isn't part of it. Not sure if anything crashed into this little hill, but we'll go around it just to make sure. Like the second impacts were just happening as I was doing it, and sometimes they do land on top of here, so. Come on. You know you can fly. Well, see a single one right here, but I think that's a natural one. Come on, you know you can grab it. Yeah, these aren't ones that crash, they're just, we're already up here. This was a crash site though. Some of them are under it, that sucks. Oh, did it disappear? I think it just disappeared. Good. Honestly, we should have a tool to break them, you know? Just not harvest them, just break the rock, you know? I think that would be pretty cool. I mean, we're on a kick for this anyway. Might as well get it while we're here. I suppose we like breathing, don't we? Just a little bit, I suppose. I don't think these ones crashed. I think they were just here. But you know... Oh, that waterfall is pretty loud, huh? Oh, there's a waterfall here too. That's why it was so loud. Don't mind me, I'm just looking around to see what's going on in this corner so I don't have to come look again. But I'll also gather these. If I wait a few minutes, it'll actually have most of those rocks to spawn. Like, it actually takes like 5 to 10 minutes for them to disappear. It's unfortunately not really faster than flying, but it's okay. I'll fill up on oxygen and then fly, go drive down to that little corner and pick up a whole load of iridium. Well, it will be full soon, but there is enough to fill it from here, so that's all I care about. Then we can just leave it alone and run around and do our own thing and call it back when we get to base, and we'll have a whole bunch of iridium that we didn't have to carry. So this isn't just a good way to get iridium, it also increases the multipliers of terraforming speed, so... Even though it's also a decent way to get iridium, it has more than one purpose. And if we go around this bend, I think we will have gotten pretty much all the iridium. think anything landed on here, and it'll be a little tricky to get it from this angle. Yeah, this is where we were at before. Fighting the rocks, so I think we got it. Oh, we also needed this, didn't we? Let's slap some of these in our pocket. We were working on something, weren't we? Well, 15%. This is gonna take a couple trips to get up and down. Let's find somewhere to slap all these into. Hopefully not on the ground itself like I just did. We should have room to clear up the rest. Let's take care of that now. And it's back in our pocket. Let's pull out the loose iridium. There we go, all sorted. Now let's get our methane out. There was some stuff we needed to do over here. I don't remember which things we were working on next. Was it level 2? I think it was level 2. Which thing were we trying to build? Well, that does take a whole bunch more plastic, that's for sure. It is so much more effective. That is crazy. Yeah, what did we need level 2 for? There was something we were trying to do with it. Or was it level 2? Maybe it was this tree. Maybe I was trying to make tree, but why would I need 2 for that? And we have some event going on. Maybe I just got it because I knew we would need it. Maybe that's all there was to it, so I'm gonna put it away and come back for it. We wanted to take a bit of a journey. I think this is just a sunny time event. I think this is just a sandstormy kind of thing. Nothing too fancy. So I am going to start a journey around to the starting area. let this storm pass, and we're gonna just go look at what's going on. I want to check out the beginning areas to see what's changed with this. So I'm gonna get out in the cave in the halfway point and see if the cave itself has changed just a little bit. I doubt it, but you know, every new level, new adventures, you know? We'll take like about a 10 to 15 minute sojourn around the world. We'll take a peek at stuff. I don't see anything new going on. Okay. That doesn't look too different. So we're just gonna dip around the landscape here and see if anything strikes me as new. The mushrooms seem a little bit more open, if that makes sense. Like that one right there seemed like it's maybe opening on the top of it. Or maybe something's growing on top of it. But in an overall sense, the ground also seems like more green tinted in general. Might just be more moss. This might be growing more on it. And this looks like it's a little different. Like there's maybe these layers are growing up on top of it. Was that as bulbous as it was? I think maybe not. I definitely think the plants overall are getting bigger too. Well, I think we saw what's happening over here. Take a little sojourn around the other back parts of this, see everything's new in the other corners as well. So there was a little lake near the start. I doubt it'll be too different, but we could take a peek. Splishy splash. Nope, nothing too different. That tree wasn't there. Those plants in the distance are definitely bigger than they used to be. There was definitely nothing growing that tall. So this side has had some huge growth on its plant life. Let's come get a little closer look on one of them. They kind of remind me of like banana trees, but gone way too tall. With like little flowers on top. That's pretty neat. Oh, air filter. That could be good. Maybe we could breathe. We like breathing, right? We should also be on the lookout for these things, because we will need the zeolite. I have been looking for them indirectly, but I actually haven't seen that many. Well, actually that might have been the only one I've seen, although this might be another one right over here. They just grow in these little archways all over the world, and you kind of just gotta run around and find them like we are right now. Like, you're not gonna need all of them, but you're gonna need a fair bit of them. So thirsty. That was cool. We saw some new trees. I like it. We also had a blueprint for a air filter, so maybe we'll be able to get rid of our oxygen requirement. I do seem to remember it being a little pricey though. And if we get another terraformation level or two, it won't matter at all. So we'll take a look at it. We'll see if we think it is reasonable to make. But yeah, let's come take a little peek at what's going on up here. Let's take a look at that recipe. That's actually not too bad. We should actually have most of that without too much trouble. Got fabric in our pocket. What else does this need? We have methane, we have bioplastic. We did make a few of those, I think. And we could make more as we wish. See, methane's already coming in handy. What else did this thing want? Super alloy, bam. We got plenty of those sitting around, so. Bam. Breathing is, it doesn't solve it, it makes it a lot slower. See, it reduces it based on the level of terraformation. So, as it gets better, it'll be faster and faster that it works. So, now it should drain significantly slower. Like, if I took that off, Oh, there's no way to tell, actually. Okay. I guess that doesn't help, but... we are gonna take a sojourn around. We're gonna go to the corner over here, we're gonna look at the big trees, we're gonna see what's changed. We didn't bring water, did we? We're gonna need water, sorry. But fortunately we don't have to go all the way up, we just need to grab that. But hopefully it's not too frustrating to everyone. But, like, honestly seeing the changes is the coolest part of this game to me. And someone else has to be interested in it. I refuse to believe no one else could be interested. So. Here's a piece we missed. Look at that. That's another sandstorm event. Can't tell you. Let's just refill our air and then keep moseying. That makes it pretty inconvenient for exploration. Oh, there's trees growing up here. That's cool. These are new. These weren't here. Look at that. There's another zeolite kicking around right here. And there's the little outpost. Kind of cool if this being enclosed by walls would actually protect you from the sandstorm more, but I can understand why they didn't do it. It probably would have been hard to code. So these trees have like a red tint to them. They're more like direct palm trees. Kind of waiting for the storm to subside to actually get a good look at them. I think it's finally subsiding. They're not bioluminescent like the fungal growths, but yeah. So the place that we saw that could lead somewhere new was actually in the base of that tree. There was a part we couldn't get through, even after we swam. So we're gonna look at that. See if it connects. Or if it's a whole new area. So we're actually not too far away from that. That should be in this big tree right here. Is that another type of big tree, or is that similar to the other tree? This is new, I think. Maybe? No, we've seen those trees before. Okay. Alright, let me in the actual tree. So this went to this kind of an area. And there was this going on. So this is radioactive. Also, this is an underground radioactive area. Oh, we're gonna die actually. Unless I can find the materials really fast to build a shelter. Actually, we probably have time. As long as there's resources, I can probably do it. I just need to find titanium. Look at that, we didn't even died. Okay, but yeah, this is a whole new area. I don't actually know where to put this, but it might still connect to the other place. Like, it might still connect. But let's not get too turned around. Let's make sure we know where we are. We have not seen solar quasar, these things before. And this here was the fungal stuff that blocked us before. So we kind of came from over here. Oh, new place to clean. Well, let us place down a little shack. Just to get in and out. Let us find a few iron to shove some storage in there so we can just clean this up real quick, because there isn't much likelihood of it being a huge area, in my opinion. Why is iron always the problem? Hilarious. Making sure we get some of the resources we might need if we need to make another shelter. So toxic water, waterfall. That's cool that there's all these underground areas too. I like this. Slap this down. Let's put our extra materials in here. Let's rid of our water, and we're gonna clean up this back area. So there's 80 in here. Oh, look at you being another type of one to use. So these crystals are all used for very advanced crafting in the in-game, so we needed to find this area anyway. There is machinery down here, so there is definitely something going on in this corner. We are half cleaned up now. I'm still not convinced that this was an accident. There's too much everywhere. This seems like something that happened very much on purpose. Someone sabotaged everything. From the little bits of lore I got from the story, I wouldn't be surprised. So this is a lift up to somewhere. There's also a chance that this actually was that next step up that needed that 1000 purification to get into in the other direction. This is just maybe a back door into it. Okay, yeah, we're full up again. But we're most of the way towards cleaning that little section. Slam those in that one, slam these in this. Can we find another piece of iron? That would be a really super cool game. I did see regular resources down here. I'm gonna look for iron. Well, also these would work, I guess. That right there is a whole pile of iron. Nuts. The other thing is we are going to run out of actual normal resources pretty soon doing this, but I didn't actually intend to get into this kind of a situation. That's okay. We are fine. Yeah, we've seen these little shrubs somewhere else too. I hope they change over time. They look kind of sad right now. These lifts? Or no, I don't think so. Observation platforms, I guess. There was definitely a lift that we saw before. And we did it. Alright, let's come drop this off and then take a proper look in this area. So I'm just gonna carry what I think is actually important from this stash. I guess we'll carry whatever supplies I think will make another base, because we might end up doing that along the way. That's the way out. This is the way in, I guess? Yep. So I want to check up first. What's going on up here? These are just storage crates. Okay, Now, if I get too much resources, I'll just slam it all into there. Into my vehicle. What's going on up here? So I imagine that's actually the way out, not the way in, but I'm not sure. We're just gonna follow this and see where this ends up. Is that the dam? Butterflies. I think that might be the prison that we saw actually, and this is the back side of it, I guess. So this does connect. I'm looking for signs that these are poisoned areas. The prison's probably poisoned. I expect it to be a poisoned zone, if that makes sense. Oh, we can sit down. Okay. There's a chair in here. Yeah, but this can feed into my whole want to explore around thing too. Like, we didn't leave anything specifically behind in there. Yeah, see, I was right. This is a poison zone. I suspected. So that might actually be a way to travel. So I'm gonna actually make a little base here if I can. No, I don't have enough iron. Ooh, spicy. Well, there's probably resources down here, so I'm gonna look for that as we go. How easy to get back up do I think it will be? Well... it may be that we don't want to clean it from this side anyway. And it's also a prison, so it might have food inside, so maybe cleaning this is fine. Oh, you know what? We can get iron right here. Let's just do it. So we're gonna go up and around to the other side of the prison, because that was pretty much where we had left off before, was going into the prison the original time. So we're gonna try to go around the outside and get to the other side of it and kind of like set down like a little base. I guess even near here is not too bad because this is kind of in sight of the dam entrance that we were using. But we're just gonna leave this in here. We're going to run around in there and sort things out. We're gonna look for some easy iron though before we head in. Try to set up something. What's going on in here? Just some treasure, okay. Cool. I was hoping that was all it was, actually. I was hoping there'd be more easy iron. Okay. Well, that'll work. We want to leave some storage to drop off things. as we clear it. I don't think it's the biggest area. 154 is actually decently big. Well, let's do what we can. Hopefully we find something with iron along the way. And that technically counts as something with iron, so we'll take it. These doors don't open, right? Yeah. There is storage on these. These are just treasure, basically. Trying to get over here and take care of these upper sections, because they'll be annoying to get to no matter when we get to it. There are ladders. That's probably how I was meant to get up here. Well, maybe not, because I don't see ladders below, so... Do see some more on the other lookout, though, so... Okay, good. See, getting out is at least nice and easy. Oh. Hello, pocket iron. Let's put this away and go pick up the iron. Now we're gonna need to build a fair number of these, so we're gonna have to keep our eye out for more iron as we go. Okay, that would build up very fast. Yeah, food is gonna become a problem. We may need to mosey and come back to this. I guess we should make a push to get into the internal structure, huh? Not just like the outside yards. Because that's where like food is likely to be. So that's not gonna be the way in. I guess I could also open treasure chests if I wanted to have a chance at nom-noms, right? Alright, I'll bite. What's in? Yeah, it wasn't nom-noms, but it was treasure. I guess it was also iron. Trying to keep the good stuff in this one. We'll make another one that has random stuff. Oh. Well, access cards are needed to get to rare loot, so having them is important. There's another little door over here. What's going on here? Oh, we can't get in. Oh. So it leads from above. Oh, there was more right here. Let's see if there's food. There sure wasn't. Now are you the food we want? We sure do not have food here. No, before we starve to death, I guess I'll start moseying back. Because it does seem like that's gonna be what happens if I wait. Oh heck, I'll even put some of the iron in here as treasure. There we go, so much treasure. Okay, we are going to skedaddle back towards the dam. We're gonna go back that way so that we can actually find our way back easily, because like I don't know the way specifically to the tunnels, but I know this way at least. Oh, is this place actually poisoned? Oh, spicy. So we found 2 more poisoned areas, not just one. Unless I'm all turned around and I'm not going towards the dam after all. Oh no, I am. It's just really far. So that's another area and the prison. I was really hoping there'd be food along the way. So tragic. We might take a starvation loss, unfortunately. But we will be near our base when it happens. Unless I magically have found food and left it over here. I don't think that's gonna work for us. I guess I could technically eat this. I guess we won't starve. But we do need to return just in general, so... It's gonna get dark. So we'll prepare better next time. So there were multiple areas we didn't actually fully explore in there. Yeah. My current goals are to get back to base, and then we'll take a break, and then we'll head out again. Oh yeah, this didn't actually go anywhere. There was food up here. Maybe I missed some tidbit. Nope. Out here, did I leave lunch out here? Doesn't seem like it, but I left a drink. And I'll eat this if I need to. It actually sells for a decent amount of money. I'd prefer not to, but... This place is getting more green, too. We're almost back to the transit station. I doubt the transit is actually at this side. Come on, get me up on top. No, you can do it. It's okay, we'll just follow it. don't really see much else going on from this height on top of these things. But the ground seems a little greener. We'll take a better view when we properly go through this area. We're still going to continue our tour of the world again. They are converging back over here. I guess we're gonna even make it back before I starve. That's cool. It was close though. We'll go back in better prepared next time and we'll actually clear those areas out. Oh, are there actually mushroom trees growing on this platform? Oh, that's right, there were some because that leads to that mushroom area that we couldn't get into. But we're probably at that point of purification. We'll take a look. We're actually almost back to our base. We'll have a whole bunch more iridium, so we could launch as many rockets as we want to, but we're actually not going to do that. We're going to go and explore. Because if I do launch 1 billion rockets, it'll just advance the terraformation even faster. And I want to have a chance to look at it before it just goes and goes and goes through all the cycles. Where is it looking? That quarter of the way? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's... Well, we're going to need more storage no matter what we do, so... What else do we have in our pocket? A whole bunch of water. Let's find a spot to stick the water. That'll do for now. Okay, let's go worry about our situation over here. Well, I guess that's a quality problem if we're full of rods. Yeah, if we end up with too much supplies, it just means that we'll end up going on a building spree in the future. Alright, so we're going to need to get some better storage for some of the stuff we don't need regularly. So I am going to fill my pocket up with some iron. Head upstairs. So these are going to be more like miscellaneous storage for things that aren't needed regularly for now. First one's going to be plants. Second one's going to be seeds. And for now, I'll make the third one these mutagens. So let's start clearing this out of this. Nope. When the world goes blue, you know? That's just how it be sometimes. So because we also don't have a thing to do with these crystals, I'm going to start making crystal storage upstairs too. They will eventually be needed for stuff, but for now they do not need to be part of our situation. So I'm going to start putting them over here because there's basically 3 main types we're likely to see, but for now I'm just gonna jumble them together till I get more down and about. And this will kind of just get this out of the normal situations way. Any more zeolite kicking around? Can I get these out of my way for now? These are all overflow, so yep. And this one will be zeolite. Okay. And then up front here in the left, I'm just going to put things that are actually important. That will be, well, maybe not important, but at least notably different. That's just zeolite. No, there we go. That's that. Let's go finish emptying out the truck. I think I might have been a little bit left in, but we've mostly sorted out that stuff, so nope, we good. So we're gonna bring some space for more storage. Gonna make something to make another base as well, because we have that other area along the way to clean up as well. Gonna make sure we bring up food as well. So that should do it for our journey plans. Thank you all for watching. I'm gonna take a little break and I will be back shortly. Take care.